After completing this lesson, you'll be able to understand interference checking and use interference checking for locating duplicate or overlapping elements. The objective domains covered are 5.6D, check and model for interferences. The interference check tool enables effective clash detection between selected categories. The clash check will identify intersecting elements and can produce a report. Most will use this tool to prevent double counting of elements or to find modelling errors. The interference check in Revit is limited to hard clashing, but other tools, such as Autodesk Navisworks, can be used for more comprehensive clashing. In the example on the right, Revit would not find an interference between the pipe and plate, so is normally not used for coordination between different disciplines. Go ahead and open up the model 037, checking the model for interferences. Let's begin by opening the interference check dialog box. On the Collaborate ribbon, select Interference Check, and then Run Interference Check. Here we're going to perform a check on the current project, but it is possible to clash between two different projects. Let's begin by checking for duplicate elements. So here I'm going to clash structural columns with structural columns. We can then go ahead and select OK, and you can see a clash is found. If we select one of these columns here and then select Show, you can see that Revit then zooms up on the clashing items. And I can clearly see there's a double count of columns here. Let's then select Close. And I can simply then go ahead and delete one of those columns. Okay, let's return back to Interference Check. And again, we'll run the interference check. And this time, I'm going to clash structural columns with structural framing. Again, let's select OK. And you can now see there are more interferences found. We can then expand one of these sets and select the relevant element and click Show. And you can see here we have a clash between the concrete column and a framing element underneath here. As that's concrete, that will just simply need to be joined together. Let's now have a look at some other clashing items. So here we'll select this structural column and click Show. And we can see here we have this round section, again clashing with this beam here. On closer inspection, you can see it's a very small clash, and really this will be resolved with a structural connection. Once again, let's look at the next clash here. Again, that will be a very similar thing. This one here is a genuine clash though, because you can now see that we have a beam running right the way through the column. So of course there, we could simply split the beam. So let's select Modify, and on the Modify ribbon, we can use Split Element, and we could simply split that beam. So to summarize, the interference tool is very useful to actually find modeling errors and also duplicate objects within Revit.